Hey guys, what's up? I just watched the Pacquiao vs. Algieri weigh-in, and I just want to start off by saying I don't like how they brought up the main event first, Pacquiao and Algieri on the scale before the undercard. I kind of lost my pump, and the anticipation wasn't as good. It's like the climax. It's kind of like climax too early kind of thing. I mean, it's like when you. It's like on fight night, if they had Pacquiao and Algieri fight first, and then they played the other fights after that. It's just not the same thing. If they did it in order of the undercard, you're just waiting in anticipation for the main event to come on stage. But they just gave it right to you right away. And kind of when you wait, it's better when you wait. When you wait for something, it's just, you know what I mean? So, anyway, what do you call it? They brought out Pacquiao and Algieri first, but let's start with the weights now. The fighters in order. You have Jesse Vargas versus Antonio Demarco. Jesse Vargas 25 and 9 KOs, 0 losses. Antonio Demarco 31 and 3, 23 knockouts. This is for Jesse Vargas' title, his WBA light welterweight title. Jesse Vargas weighs in around the limit, 140. Antonio Demarco weighs in 0.7 under, 139.3 pounds. And then you got Lomachenko versus Piriyapinyo. And this fight's for Lomachenko's WBO featherweight title. And Lomachenko weighed in at the limit, 126 pounds, and same with Piriyapinyo. He weighed in at 126 too. And then you got Shiming versus Onesongchaigym for no title on the line, but you got Shiming 5 and 1 KO, 0 defeats, and Onesongchaigym 27 and 0, 12 knockouts. They both weighed in at the flyweight limit of 112 pounds. This is the only fight that won't be for a title that night, but it's still a great fight. And then you got the main event, Manny Pacquiao versus Chris Algieri. Pacquiao 56 and 38 knockouts, 5 defeats, 2 draws. And you got Chris Algieri 20 and 0, 8 KOs. And this is for the Manny Pacquiao's WBO welterweight championship title. And Chris Algieri, for the first weigh-in, Chris Algieri actually weighed over. And let me get to this right now. I didn't like how he was overweight. And the reason why is because in all his other fights, he's weighing in. He fights at the 140-pound division. But now when it's 144, he's having trouble. I think he's taking too much advantage of the weight at 144, and he got pretty much what's that word I'm looking for? He got he's taking advantage of the thing too much and overtaking advantage, and so he weighed in at 144.4 pounds. It's not that much over, but like I said, since he fights at 140 all the time, you would think he would make it. I don't think that's professional, and I really, maybe they did think they weighed under the limit. Who knows? I'm not there. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they actually did think it was under, but he gained weight. I don't know. But anyway, he was over, and I didn't like that just because he fights at 140, and now since at 144, I think he's taking advantage by trying to. He wants that size advantage in the ring, and I'll tell you right now, it's not going to help him. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. So, anyway, like I said, I'm not there. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they did think they were under, and they just made a little mistake. Who knows? But for a nutritionist and a physical trainer and all that, you would think he would make weight, especially since it's 4 pounds more than what he actually fights at usually. So Chris Algieri goes on the scale at 144.4 pounds, 0.4 over the weight. And the limit is 144 catch weight. And then you got Pacquiao always on weight every time, professional, weighs in at 143.8 pounds, 2.2 under, and he's usually fighting at 147. So that's just professional of him. And Chris Algieri then goes naked on the scale, weighs in at 144.2, still over by 2 ounces. So they gave him 2 extra hours to get that weight down. He finally got on the scale again, and he weighed in actually less than Pacquiao now, apparently. I didn't see the video because they just say it after on Twitter and stuff. He weighed in at 143.6 pounds, 0.2 under Pacquiao's weigh-in weight. So, like I said, I don't like how Algieri was over like that, unprofessional. Like I said, he's a personal trainer and all that, and yet he's underweight, and plus he's usually fighting 4 pounds under that, and he's still. I just take that in consideration as he's over. He's taking too much advantage at that weight, and obviously we know him and his camp they want that size, and because they know they want every advantage they can because the challenge in front of them is very big, and they want every advantage that they can get, obviously. And then you got Pacquiao's mentality, small guy taking on these bigger guys. Usually, if he did what Algieri did, Pacquiao would be fighting at 130 right now still, and that's just when I'm talking. Like, Pacquiao's the kind of guy that he wants the biggest challenge he can get, and he's fighting at a weight. He's pretty much at his walking around weight, and I got to respect it. That's my kind of mentality too. If I was in boxing, I'd be fighting at my more or less my walking around weight. You shouldn't be fighting 10 pounds. They say you shouldn't be fighting like 10 pounds more than your walking around weight, or you shouldn't be fighting like if you walk around at 150, you should be fighting at 140, no lower kind of thing. But like I said, if you can make the weight, I guess it's not same day weigh-in. They should bring that back, but we don't have that right now. So that's the way it is. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Pacquiao. Now let's look at how they looked on the scale. Manny Pacquiao looked ripped like the old Manny Pacquiao. His abs look really good, and just his physique looked like old Manny Pacquiao. And then you got Chris Algieri, looks ripped. The guy just looks like he's got bone and muscle, no fat at all on that guy. And if you ask me though, I don't know, he looked like he had no fat at all. Like, he looked like I said, just bone. Like, if you looked at his elbow, it was just, you seen his elbow and then muscle, like no fat anywhere. He looked very slim. And I don't know if that's like gonna be a really good thing that he's that. He should know, right? He's nutritionist and personal trainer, but he looked kind of like a skeleton with muscles kind of thing. I don't know, like at the side. I don't know if it was just because he has very low body fat. I don't know, it's something like that. But anyway, he looked pretty good too. But I don't know if it's the lack of fat or if it was he was dehydrated, because Chris Algieri's face looked kind of really sucked in, his cheeks and skinny, and his body looked really thin too. I don't know if it's, like I said, he has really low body fat. We already know he does, or he's just dehydrated, or it's both. It's probably both, because he had trouble making weight, or maybe I don't know if he had trouble or not. Well, like, he didn't make weight the first time though. But anyway, both guys look ripped. Pacquiao is, I think we're gonna see that a small special man beats any big man, and we're gonna see that. So my prediction for the Pacquiao-Algieri fight, Pacquiao will look like old Pacquiao in this fight. You're going to see the speed and the power, and you're going to see more punches by Pacquiao, and you're going to see an impressive victory by Pacquiao. Like I said, I think stylistically Pacquiao actually has the advantage. Chris Algieri, he's got the size, and that's it. And you can't win like I said, a special great little man beats a big good man, and that's what's going to happen. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Chris Algieri's if they're banking on the size, then I don't know. Like they said they weren't, but anyway, he does have that size advantage. But anyway, like Pacquiao, I like the challenge too if I was Pacquiao, and I like the challenge of Manny. I'm so confident in Manny Pacquiao and he's confident in himself that the bigger the guy is, the harder, the bigger the man and the tougher the guy, the more challenge it is. And Pacquiao just has to prove that he's better and try even harder to take out a bigger man, because you got to expel more energy to get a big man out of there. So my prediction, Pacquiao will look just like he did against De La Hoya. And he's just, I don't know if he's going to knock out Chris Algieri. He can do it if he throws a lot of punches, and I think he will. And I think he can get the knockout. And it could be at any point in the fight, if you ask me. Chris Algieri could take Ruslan's hard shots, so it's going to be a task for Pacquiao to get him out of there. But he can do it, because he's going to... I have a feeling Pacquiao's speed is going to be lightning quick, and we're going to see more punches. And if Chris Algieri manages to hang on and the ref doesn't stop it, Pacquiao will win a unanimous decision. But Chris, he's a tough guy. He can take shots. And if Chris Algieri does throw a lot of shots, he can make it a competitive fight if he throws a lot of shots. But then just because you're throwing, he's got to land, not just throw. So anyway, I'm going with Manny Pacquiao by knockout. What round? It could be any round, if you ask me. And but I'm going with Manny Pacquiao by knockout. I think we're going to see the old Manny Pacquiao. And I'm pretty confident in Manny Pacquiao to pick Algieri apart and possibly knock him out. Ruslan couldn't do it, but Pacquiao can do it. And yeah, so and for the other fight, Shiming versus Kwan Pichit Onesongchaigym. I'm gonna go with Shiming by decision. And I haven't seen much of that Thai fighter, but Shiming's got skill, but he's gonna have possibly a really tough fight, since this guy's never lost and he's got a lot of experience. So that's going to be a tough fight for Shiming, but I'm going to go with Shiming, but that's going to be tough. Jesse Vargas versus Antonio Demarco. You know what? Jesse Vargas didn't look that good in his last fight. In my opinion, he shouldn't have won that title against Anton Novikov. But anyway, he got the title. But now he's with Memo, so who knows? And Antonio Demarco just doesn't look like he doesn't have enough, he looks just like he doesn't lift weights at all, and I heard some people don't lift weights in boxing, but he doesn't have any mass to his body, kind of. Antonio Demarco just looks like the stronger fighter. I mean, Jesse Vargas just looks like the stronger fighter. So, I'm going to go with Jesse Vargas on this one. But Antonio Demarco, you can't count him out. He's with Freddie Roach, and just because he doesn't look as strong, can't judge a book by his cover. He might win, who knows, because Jesse Vargas doesn't look that good. And if he's not on Memo's secret juice or anything, then who knows. But he does look like a stronger fighter. If Jesse Vargas had the higher knockout percentage, then I'd go with him for sure. But since he only has 9 knockouts at 25 fights, I'm still going to go with Jesse Vargas. But that fight could go either way, who knows. I'm just basing off the last fight I seen with Jesse Vargas. Didn't look that good. Then you got Lomachenko and Piriyapinyo. Lomachenko all the way. Guy's just going to dominate the fight and win a decision probably. And the guy he's fighting's only lost once. And this guy's definitely going to be a tough fight. But Lomachenko has dealt with Salido now. He got that experience. I don't think this guy's going to give him that much trouble. But yeah. I'm going with Lomachenko on this one by decision. So, yeah, Manny Pacquiao, I'm going with him all the way. We're going to see the old Manny Pacquiao. And we're going to see people underrating Pacquiao lately. He's going to prove them wrong. And we're going to see tomorrow. We're going to see lightning tomorrow. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like my videos. And I'll see you after the fight.